What does it take to create the perfect villain? It doesn't take power, it doesn't take an ambition to conquer the world, it only takes one bad day. Tomura Shigaraki wasn't more than a monster, he was a scared little boy screaming for help and the world, well, the world decided to ignore him. We like to think that heroes always win, but Shigaraki's existence is the living proof that hero society has failed. He is the consequence of our indifference. Today we're going to analyze the broken mind of a man who wants to destroy everything we love. Not because he's evil, but because it hurts too much to exist. On Monday, we talked about Deku and his instinct to save everyone, his heroism, and today, we have to talk about the person Deku wants to save the most, and at the same time, his mortal enemy. Tomura Shigaraki is a fascinating villain because he is a mirror. He is what happens when a child, just like Deku, doesn't receive help. He is what happens when the hero system fails. Many people look at Shigaraki and only see a madman who only wants to destroy things. But I see a child trapped in an adult's body, throwing a daily tantrum because no one ever came to rescue him. We are going to deconstruct his trauma in his hands and it's a damn itch that never goes away. It all starts with an allergy, an itch. As a child, Tenko Shimura, his real name, suffered from a skin irritation that got worse when he was at home. His father hated heroes and suppressed any dream Tenko had. The house was a pressure cooker of emotional abuse. The issue, it wasn't physical, it was psychosomatic. It was his body screaming what his mouth couldn't say. He didn't want to be there. And then, the tragedy, his spirit awakened. It was the worst possible way. The K awakened, and it wasn't a planned murder. It was a terrifying accident. Imagine the horror of a 5-year-old boy trying to hug his mother for comfort and turning her into dust between his fingers. But the final act, that one wasn't an incident. When his father struck him, Tenko felt for the first time a dark pleasure, the pleasure of destruction. He killed his father with intention. In that moment, the agent stopped. Destruction became his only relief. The most important thing is that this wasn't what truly created Shigaraki. Killing his family was an accident. For sure, it traumatized him, but what happened next is what truly created Tomura Shigaraki as a great villain. Look at this. A 5-year-old boy wandering the city, covered in blood, visibly traumatized, hundreds of people walking past him, hundreds. What do? Someone else will help. A hero will come soon, I don't want to get involved, they say. This has a name in psychology, the bystander effect. The more people that are present, the less likely anyone is to help, because everyone just assumes someone else will do it. All Might society created a passive population. People forgot how to be human because they outsourced kindness to the professionals. And since no good person extended their hand, the devil extended his. All for One didn't find Tego because he wasn't looking for him, he found it because no one else wanted to find him, even though they saw him. All for One didn't save Tenko, he cultivated him. He gave him a new name, Tomura Shigaraki. Tomura comes from the verb to mourn, and he gave him the most twisted gift of them all, the hands of his dead family. Those hands he wears aren't armor, they are a constant reminder of his sin. All for One wanted to ensure Shigaraki never healed, that he always felt the weight of physical guilt on his skin. He kept him in a constant state of childhood trauma so that he could control him. Shigaraki is but an eternal child trapped in the moment of his world's mistake, but Shigaraki does evolve. There comes a point where he stops being the puppet. He remembers his past, he accepts he wanted to destroy, and in that moment the itching disappears for real. His final philosophy is terrifying in its simplicity. The world rejected me, so the world that ignored my pain to maintain its false peace, therefore, for me to be free, the world must turn to dust. It's no longer a tantrum, it's a nihilistic revolution. He is the embodiment of accumulated pain from everyone in a society that had left him behind. But well, here's where we arrive to the end. But first, what does Shigaraki teach us? It teaches us about the responsibility to look Every day we pass by people who are suffering. Maybe they aren't covered in blood, but we see the signs. A depressed friend, a classmate being bullied, someone in the street asking for help, and it's very easy to think that it's not my problem, that someone more qualified will help them. Shigaraki exists because everyone thought of that. The lesson is that indifference is just as destructive as malice. If just one person, just one, has stopped to ask that child, "Are you okay?" history would have been much different. Don't wait for a hero to arrive. You are the hero that people are waiting for. You can make a difference, you can help. But well, that's my opinion. Don't tell me yours. Let's go back to that Deku question from the last video. Knowing all of this, knowing he was a victim, do you think Shigaraki deserves to be saved? Or are his crimes just too great and he must be executed? This is the biggest moral dilemma in My Hero Academia, so please leave your opinion in the comments. If you enjoy this analysis, subscribe. We have seen the hero in Deku and the villain in Shigaraki, but we have the most explosive piece of the puzzle missing. A boy who wasn't a villain but acted like one at times, a bully who had to learn to be a hero in the hard way. Next week, we will analyze the redemption of Katsuki Bakugo. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.